Howdy. Let's try it this time and see if it's working. Lord have mercy. Thought everybody had abandoned me. I swear I had it set on public when I set the doggone thing up. Man. These are the kind of things that happens to me. Oh, Lord have mercy. Everybody, do your busting up and your busting down and all that good stuff in there. Good to see everybody out there. Shelly with Know What Mom Knows. We got Live with Kim B. We've got Baboom, the Unstoppable in the house. We got Trendy. We got Malou Tribute Joe. I hope I pronounced that someplace close to right. Crystal Valentine Johnson in the house. Old Not Dead. How you doing, Scott? We got Amanda with Chroma Storm Arts. Good to have everybody out there. And I'm telling you, really, it's good to have everybody out there because a while ago, I fired this up. I had it sit on unlisted and didn't realize it. And I was all alone. So, Lord, I used some perfume and some deodorant and everything. What on earth? What making them all run away? Well, I'm doing a little bit better, Scott, than I was last week. I'm not all hopped up on cold medicine this week, although I still haven't touched this cold, but I've weaned myself off the cold medicine now, so I'm trying to do that. Well, thank you very much, Baboom. Appreciate that. Say, Marty Staplekoski or Stampakowski. There we go. Maybe I got it right. Okay. Hey, to Shane. Good to know that he's out there too. Glad to have everybody in the house. Yeah, and boy, last week my head felt like it was a bowling ball. I was ready for it just to fall off my shoulders and roll across the floor. It's feeling better tonight. Oh my. Well, let's see. What all we got to talk about tonight? Let's start with crafts. Anybody watch my craft videos this week? Well, thanks, Amanda. Appreciate that. Yeah, well, they grew out, and then I had them styled down a little bit, too. That kind of helped things. I didn't like my bangs, you know, halfway up my forehead. I don't know what that woman was thinking. Oh, my. Well, let's see here. We got these greeting cards that I painted the other day. Did you watch my greeting card thing? I did. Well, these aren't the greeting cards, actually. These are the covers that I'm going to put on the greeting cards. And I did some here and I did some over on Twitch. There's the one with the trees, and then we got the sailboats. I did the sailboats, or the ships, I guess I should call them. They're in a stormy sea, so there's no sails on them. And I did a little mountain scene there. And I did another little mountain scene there. And then I did a bunch of these that I textured with the embossing plates. And I showed how to do that over on Twitch today. There's a whole bunch of different kinds where I painted them and then I put them through the embossing folders. So I showed how to do that. All different kinds of designs. Now, there's a mess of different ones of those. There's one with a clock. I thought that was really cool. The clock's on steampunk style. So I did those. Let me check and see if we got anybody else. Dana's in the house. Live to learn, Dana. Good to have you in there. Let's see. This is the horseshoe that I painted. I got it all done. Horseshoe with the little prairie flowers on it. How am I finding Twitch? Well, let's see. There's two ways that I could take that. I find it by typing in twitch.tv.com, and that brings it up. Or do you mean, how do I like it? How am I liking it over? I like it fine. I'm enjoying it with the OBS, and I keep tweaking the OBS because, you know, I'm technically challenged. So, you know, Brenda has to learn as she goes. And it has been quite the learning process. And sometimes I wished I left a trail of breadcrumbs so I could figure out how I did what I got done. I don't know that I could explain some of the things to people. I kind of stumble on it as I go. But I'm getting the OBS all set up the way I want it. And that's probably going to change because I'm going to go to a green screen and change up a bunch of stuff eventually anyway. But, you know, hey, one step at a time. We're taking baby steps here. And eventually I'm going to be using OBS over here. And this is pretty cool. Let me finish it with the crafts here, and then I'll tell you some stories. You're going to enjoy this. But, you know, I painted these little canvases the other day, showed you how to do this without having to add a bunch of stuff to the paint. I did that one, and then I did this one by putting texturing on it with the molding paste. And I'm going to do some more to this too, because I think I like that pearlescent yellow, but it needs a little bit more, so it's going to get some glitter added to it before I shellac it. So I got those done. I did these 3 pieces last night. I'll show them one at a time, where I used the airbrush to move the paint around on the canvases. These are canvas boards, and there are 3 of a set. They're all the same colors. I wish that showed up as pretty on the camera as it is in person. It looks gray, but it's not gray. That's the green. And then here's the 3rd one. Like I say, they're all pretty close to the same style because I lined them all up and did them all at the same time. So we got those. Now I got 2 more pieces to show you, and then I'll get started on all the OBS and stuff. But this is the wolf that I did, all finished with the Krylon on it. That's on a slab of wood cut out of a tree. Got the bark on it. That's my big wolf picture. And then this is the one that this is a work in progress. I've been working on this over on Twitch. I'm getting the background carved out on this. There's my deer. That's how my deer are shaping up. I still have to do a lot of work to that yet on the carving, but there you get an idea of what that looks like. So those are my craft projects for the week. Let's see. Now I'm going to get started talking about all the other stuff that I've been doing. As y'all know, we had a big fisticuffs there with YouTube last week where they decided that they was going to oh, okay. She's talking about, let me answer a question here. Amanda wants to know what's a good airbrush machine that would be cost effective for a beginner. You know, my airbrush is top of the line. When I bought an airbrush, I went out and got the very best airbrush that I could get because I wanted it to last me for a long time. This was not just, you know, a fluke thing. Let's just try it and see if we like it kind of thing. If you want to buy an inexpensive airbrush, you're also going to have to buy all the tools and stuff that goes with it, whether you buy a good one or a bad one. You got to buy the cleaners. You got to buy the brushes and all the stuff that it takes to clean them up, to keep the paint from clogging them. Because even when you get done and you clear it, it's still going to have paint in the chamber, and you got to, you know, clean all that out. So, you know, I suggest going and buying a really good airbrush when you go buy one. But you can buy inexpensive ones, you know, just to give it a shot and see if you like it, or, you know, see if you can move some paint around on canvases and stuff, because blowing air is blowing air. You know, if you're trying to paint with one, now that's a little different story, because I also paint with my airbrush, you know, besides just blowing paint around on a canvas. Just shop around is all I can really tell you, because I did not do a whole lot of investigating on the inexpensive airbrushes. I wanted to know what the best was. So I don't know that I'm a whole lot of help to you there, but, you know, I suggest if you're going to be using an airbrush, my suggestion is go buy a good one. You'll be, you know, pouring money down the drain, buying inexpensive ones, and then you know, maybe it'd even turn you off of airbrushing. You know, buy a good one so that you get the best results in the beginning. And let's see. Well, thank you, Dana. Appreciate that on the wolf. Likes my projects. Cool. We got Jamil Ahmad Saleh in the house. Good to have you in there. Works hard for MK3 is in the house. Good to have you in there. Now, I'm going to get started talking about the things that we've gone through since the big hoop-de-doo. I mean, there's a lot of words that I can use for it, but there's not a whole lot of them that I can use on the air. I'm sure you all follow me there. My goodness gracious. Though I did not expect them to take my super chat. I thought that the super chat was going to be separate from the monetization. I mean, there's even when you go to your channel page, they've got the super chat in one box, and then up a little higher, there's the thing about monetization. So I thought, okay, well, you know, they allowed me to have the super chat while they were supposed to be reviewing me for monetization. Even if I don't have the 4,000 hours, they're not going to bother super chat because they're getting a cut of it. Why would they bother super chat? So yeah, Scott, they took our super chat. They stole our money. I mean, you know, a thief's a thief. They stole from me, and they stole from the people that donated the money to me. I don't care if they get their 37% or whatever, you know, cut is that they take out of it. But the rest of it is supposed to either belong to me or refunded to the people that donated it. That's not right. I mean, they should never have allowed us to have the super chat until they approved us for monetization, because even when we reach the hours that they determine we should have and the subscribers that they say that we should have, they don't have to approve us for monetization. So why give a super chat in the first place? That's thievery. Bold-faced thievery. I'll call a spade a spade. It's just that simple. So, say, there's ways to get my attention. You can get my attention for doing something wonderful or, you know, nice or whatever. You can get my attention for doing something despicable. And when you get my attention for doing something despicable, you're going to wish you didn't have my attention. They got my attention, and it wasn't in a good way. So Brenda has gone to checking out other ways to rectify some of this. I can't get the money back from YouTube unless they decide that they're going to cut it loose someday. But I'm burnt. And while, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get the hours up and do, you know, the stuff that I'm supposed to do for all this, as long as I have people cooperating with me and watching the videos, playing the videos in the background, you know, whatever it is that it takes in order to do that, fine. But I don't know. I mean, I have mixed feelings about it, even if I want to be monetized at this point, because what's to stop them from shutting down the channel? What's to stop them from demonetizing the videos for whatever reason? You know, they get mad because I say glue gun and they're going to freak. You know, I don't want to be under somebody's microscope. I didn't live as long as I have and work as hard as I have in order to have somebody put me under a microscope for every word that comes out of my mouth and everything that I do. I retired and decided that I was going to do YouTube in order for it to be fun. I wanted something to be fun. If it ceases to be fun, then I'll stop doing it. And I see this monetization as being a big pain in the rump. Even if you get monetized, think about this. If you get monetized, you're only going to get a couple cents per ad that anybody watches. And most people click off of them. They have to watch at least 30 seconds of it in order for you to get any pay from it at all. So you're not going to be making any money off the monetization in the AdSense as a small channel. You have to be a big channel. You have to have thousands of subscribers to your channel, and you have to have them watching hour after hour of your videos. There ain't any of us small channels here, you know, that I've seen in my chat room. I haven't seen any big players in here yet. So, this is not going to work well for us. And I'm going to tell you some statistics before I get into what all I'm doing. I looked this up. This is off of Google. This is per YouTube stats for 2018 off of fortunelords.com. Yeah, Frozen says that you have to cancel it. And I'm going to wait and see what they do. But once they do whatever it is they're going to do, because I can't do anything with it. I can't even cancel it at this point because I'm supposed to be in review, but I don't have the hours up yet. So I can't do a doggone thing until they make up their mind what they want to do. Once they tell me what they plan to do, then I'll tell them what I plan to do. I mean, this isn't just one-sided. They don't get to make all the rules. I get to decide some of this for myself, whether or not I want to be monetized. But I can't even push a button and say, hey, forget this nonsense at this point. All right. Let me get to these stats. There are 1,300,000,000 channels on YouTube. You're one. Is this clicking with anybody at all of what a small, minute speck you are on the YouTube map? There are 300 hours of videos per minute uploaded onto YouTube, 24 hours a day. 5 billion videos are watched on YouTube per day. How many of those 5 billion are yours? 8 out of 10 18 to 49-year-olds watch YouTube. So that is their demographics. All right. And I know that everybody's had illusions of grandeur that you're going to make all this money. If you can get monetized, you've heard all these big stories. Oh, somebody made $11,000 a month off of the AdSense and off of the ads played on their YouTube channel. And well, first of all, I don't know that I believe that even for the big players, but none of us are going to be making big money with the monetization, and we're killing ourselves. At least I am. I don't know about the rest of you, but I've been knocking myself out here, and I'm retired. That should not be happening. And I know Scott did a video today. He's retired. He wants to do other things. He wants to go play golf. He wants to enjoy what's left of his life after he has worked all of these years to be able to retire. And he didn't do all this so that he could sit on YouTube 24 hours a day trying to watch videos and leave comments and do. No. It's ridiculous, because if you do get monetized, you're working for slave labor. You're knocking yourself out 18 hours a day trying to hit all these videos and promote all these people and watch their videos and do all this and burn your bandwidth up playing stuff in the background and answer comments and do all this. And you're getting maybe a few dollars a day. Seriously? I mean, we should just go back to work. There's factories here in this town. They're hiring people for over $14 an hour to work. And they're begging people to come and work. And I'm sitting here, not even monetized, knocking myself out on YouTube for the chance to get monetized. Oh, to make what? Seriously? I mean, you got to stop and look at the big picture on all this. And I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer and drag everybody down. I'm just trying to get you to look at this realistically. I mean, you're not going to be making big money on YouTube unless you got some viral stuff that's going to go viral every few days or something that's going to, be magical for you. So the insanity, I mean, I read these statistics and I'm like, what in the world? They've stolen money from me. I'm obviously just a speck of dust that they don't care anything about. So this is crazy. This is just crazy. Yeah, I'm just stating the facts. Just stating the facts. So, it's time to stop worrying about all this and start educating yourself on how can you hone your skills on the internet. This is not about YouTube anymore. This is about honing your skills, not just doing better videos, but how to increase your knowledge. So I got on OBS and I started studying OBS the other day and figuring out, okay, how can we get around this? I've got a PayPal button on the banner on my channel, and nobody wanted to use that. They wanted to send me super chat money. So the super chat's gone now. Yes, Shelly, I know I'm live. You're in here, or you should be. Where you at? She sent me a message, told me I'm live. She's been in the chat. Oh, well, anyway, I've discovered some things. I've discovered a little bit about how to run OBS, a little bit. Now, you can put in a thimble probably what I know compared to what all there is to know about it. But I put the PayPal link here on YouTube in the description of the video. So, if anybody wants to donate to the cause to help me buy craft supplies and do things, because, like I say, Brenda's on Social Security. She's retired, and, there's no secondary income here. I've got Etsy store, and I sell a little bit of my craft stuff out of the Etsy store once in a while. You could put in a thimble the things that's being sold. So, if you're interested in my soap or any of my art or anything, you can go to the Etsy store and purchase my art. Actually, that is the best way to compliment any artist, is by buying their art. And over with Twitch, while I was doing all the OBS thing and learning how all this worked, I found something else. There's a program that's built into this OBS studio called Streamlabs. And I'd heard it mentioned a few times, but I didn't understand what it was all about. And I still don't understand what it's totally all about. But Streamlabs will do all kinds of different things for you. And it is part of OBS. You have to kind of open it up separate and program it separately. But you can take donations on your OBS through the Streamlabs, and it'll scroll right across the screen and tell, who donated. And on Twitch, you can buy these little tokens and use those as donations to channels, or you can go to the Streamlabs, and on my OBS, I've got a URL at the top where you can type into your browser the URL and send money through Streamlabs. If that's the way you want to do it. It's very similar to the way Super Chat works, only it goes through your credit card, and whoever you're donating to actually gets the money. You don't have somebody that can grab onto it and hang onto it and say, hey, I've decided you can't have this, and steal your money from you. It goes right through PayPal and all that through Streamlabs. That has really irked me, that YouTube can steal from us. A multi-billion-dollar corporation is stealing from the little people. I'm not the only one. There's a whole slew of people I've heard where they stole our super chat money. I have yet to get any response out of YouTube on, are they going to, if they decide not to monetize, are they going to turn that money loose? Are they going to return it to the people that they stole it from in the first place? Or are they going to return it to the people that it was donated to? What are they going to do? They're going to ignore us and take the money, is what they plan to do. Yeah, exactly, Scott. Millions. It's ridiculous. So anyway, that's to bring you up to speed on what I've learned and what's been going on. Now, I haven't really been paying a whole lot of attention to the chat. So if anybody has any questions or anything for me and I missed them, go ahead and pop them up here again. And I'll be paying attention to chat now that I'm off my little soapbox. But I thought, y'all needed to hear that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing with YouTube. I mean, I do 8 videos a week on YouTube, and I do 8 videos a week on Twitch. I also opened up a Patreon channel. And the URL for that is in the description of this video as well, if you want to become Patreon. That's where I'm going to be doing big projects. Projects that I won't be showing on YouTube or on Twitch. I've got one video up already where I'm hand carving fishing lures. So if anybody's interested in that, you can watch that. And as spring comes on and the weather gets better, I'll be taking the camera outside and filming other projects and putting them up on Patreon. But you can get on Patreon, and it's a monthly donation to be on. It's ongoing monthly. Once you sign up, you know, if it's $1 a month, they'll take $1 a month off your credit card. But you know, there's different levels that you can get on. I'll be doing giveaways over there for each level every month. And let's see, what all else am I doing over there? Trying to think. I've got a whole slew of stuff that I plan to do over there on Patreon, but this week has just been so discombobulated with, you know, the shock. I never expected a multi-billion-dollar corporation would want to steal from little people. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But let's say we got some other folks in there. Jim Bashir's is in the house with Driveway Workshop. Good to have you in there. We got Learn Adobe Now in the house. There's Matt. Glad to have you in there. All Around and Back Again's in the house. Sherry Kay's in the house. Crystal Valentine Johnson in the house. Yeah, I like Patreon. It serves its purpose. You know, people that want to get instruction on things. Well, Green Bay Wacky is over on Patreon. As a matter of fact, he subscribed to my Patreon channel. You know, there's a lot of people that's going to Patreon, and can you blame them? You know, after what YouTube's pulled on everybody, we've all had these illusions of grandeur that we'd eventually be making some money with YouTube. And now we're finding out that, well, that's not going to happen for the small guy. If you're Logan Paul, he can break all the rules and make all the money. Okay. Matt says that if you close your AdSense account, they'll send you your money. Well, see, I can't close the AdSense account because I never really had an AdSense account since I was under scrutiny to become monetized in the first place. They went ahead and put the super chat up there without monetizing me. And then when they decided that I didn't have enough hours to suit them, they decided they'd steal my super chat money. So how do you close an account you never had? And that's not only happened to me, it's happened to thousands of other people. Start uploading your stuff to DTube Steemit. I've never heard of that one. Let me write it down. I'll have to investigate that. DTube Steemit. Okay, I'll check that out. Becky's Texas Woodshop in the house. Good to have you in there, Becky. Weaves Gaming is in the house. Glad to have you in there. Robert Evans in the house. Hey, Robert. Yeah, Scott says, sad state, really. Is in the same boat. Yep. Because you can't close what you never had. They should have never given us the super chat in the first place if they planned to steal it. You know, that they knew. You can't tell me that a company like that didn't know that they had all this in the works, because it was right around Christmas time that I got my 1,000 subs. And, you know, so, okay, I'll apply for the monetization. Not a big deal. And less than a month later, just a couple weeks later, they come out with this new rule and stuff, and they'd already put a super chat in. That's shady. That is shady. Let's see. Drone Media says, yeah, I need to sign up to Patreon. Don't you have to offer goods, though, to make any money? No. You should offer some sort of giveaways or, you know, some kind of reward to your Patreons for actually supporting you. At least that's my feeling on it. You don't have to. nobody forces you to do that. Oh, is it stream it, or I'll write it down both ways, and that way I'm sure to find it. Okay. Going down through here to see if I missed anything. Yeah, they're earning money on your or earning interest on your money as it sits there, if you ever get it. Okay, all around back again, ask this, so I'll cover this again. Here's how it worked. I got my 1,000 subs back about Christmas. I applied for monetization. I did not expect to get Super Chat until I was monetized. They gave Super Chat immediately without the review. I kept wondering. I sat here wondering why, what's taking so long? Do they just have one little gray-haired feller sitting in a back room someplace that is checking all this stuff out to approve it for monetization? What's going on? What's taking so long? And waited and waited and waited. And then they came out with the announcement. Oh, now you have to have 40 billion zillion hours and you have to have your 1,000 subs in order to do this. But you've got until January the 20th in order to do it. Like I'm going to make 2,000 hours of view time in less than a month. Seriously. Well, I thought, well, they're not going to touch Super Chat. Why would they touch Super Chat? They're making money off Super Chat. They're getting like, I don't know, 37% or whatever it is off Super Chat. So they're not going to do that. They're going to allow people to keep contributing because they'll get their 37% until such time as I qualify for monetization. Why would they bother it? And then the 20th of February comes around and the hammer comes down and they steal the Super Chat because I don't have the hours that they determined you need in order to get monetized. I cannot get the money because it was not at least $100. Their rules, again, you have to have at least $100 earned before they'll cut a check. And I think that's $100 less, their commission. Am I saying that correctly? You get the $100, but they still get their commission off the top. So it would have to be, if it's 37%, it'd be $137 or, whatever that is, that you've actually earned, and you get a check for $100. Well, I hadn't got that much. So they've locked it up and I can't touch it unless I get monetized. And I can't get monetized unless I get the hours. And even if I get the hours, I have to get approved for monetization, which I may not get. And if I don't get approved for monetization, then I still don't get the Super Chat money. And I can't turn off the AdSense or the Super Chat until such time as I get monetized. This is a big catch-22 all the way around. It's unbelievable. I can't believe that a company that has that many supposedly educated people working for it came up with this and thinks that it's fair. So that's the story on that. J4 Films is in the house. Glad to have you in there. New Jersey's in the house. Good to have you in there. Al's in the house from Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop. Good to have you in there. So I hope that answered that question on that. Exploring with CF is in the house. He's almost hit the 20,000 minutes a month, but the subs are only 580. Yeah. So, I mean, they say, oh, when that Robert dude, head of YouTube, did that interview with Casey Neistat, he said, oh, I think it's totally obtainable. And has not done one video. He owns the company, never done a video. Those that can do and those that can't run the company. Yeah, Robert. So, yeah, if I don't get the money, they steal it. It's that simple. I'm calling a spade a spade. If I don't get the money that was donated to me, or it is not returned to the people that donated it, it's stealing. It's that simple. Yeah, Scott, they knew exactly what they were doing. You have to have 240,000 minutes, which equates to 4,000 hours of view time. Yeah, it's horrible. Darn tootin'. You know, I have yet to hear anybody on any of the videos that I've watched pertaining to this actually call a spade a spade. You know, lay out the figures, you know, like I've done. Pull up the figures on this. And then, you know, shout it from the rooftops. They're thieves. They are thieves. That's probably not going to help me get monetized, but like I was going to get monetized in the first place. I mean, I've lost any hope of getting monetized. What few dollars I had in the super chat apparently is worth them screwing me over. So, you know, what have I got to lose? The channel? There's other venues. $180 days. Well, I don't understand, Al. I'm waiting for Al to tell me what, you know, he's got 180 days, 160 days. I don't understand what he's getting at there. We're going to change it from bus to subs. Well, see, here's the thing about the subs. If you type into comments on people's videos, anything about sub, they're going to throw it in the spam folder. You know, and if you put subs in the title of your video, you're subject to them removing your video or throwing you off, taking your channel down. I mean, they're taking channels down for even putting shout out in the title of videos. So, you know, everybody's running scared about subs or buses or, you know, what are you allowed to say? What aren't you allowed to say? The YouTube police are watching you. Okay, he says, can you imagine how many people they did that to? I wonder if there's a class action. 166 days of watching YouTube is 4,000 hours. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's nonstop if you get no sleep or. Yeah, that would not fly in the real world. Exactly. They're making huge money off free workers. I think this will bite them. Yeah. They've lost the loyalty many. Exactly. Exactly. You know, they've lost my loyalty. I have no loyalty to them at all. Better venue comes along. Bye, YouTube. You know, that's why I'm doing videos over on Twitch. I'm educating myself about other platforms because I don't expect YouTube to last at this rate. They've made too many people angry. Yeah, if you watch the video, his eyes dropped when he asked about the small YouTubers. Then he went into his rhetoric. Yes, yeah. But he don't care. He don't care. I mean, you know, he sat there and said, oh, you know, it's obtainable. You know, like we're just supposed to just, you know, roll over and take it. Thank you, sir. Can we have another? And here's something that people are missing. They keep changing the rules. They keep adapting this to suit themselves. It used to be, what, 100 subscribers? Now it's gone to 1,000 subscribers. And it used to be so many views. And now it's gone to 4,000 hours of view time. And they're going to change it again. When people start hitting that level, then they're going to raise it again. What's it going to be? 10,000 subs? And 40,000 hours? This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We're knocking ourselves out just to achieve this goal. What happens when they raise it again? And demonetize us, you know, oh, you didn't hit the 40,000 hours. Well, guess what? We're going to demonetize you and we're going to take whatever money you got in your account and do it to you all over again. Hey, Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. They're not fooling me twice. So what y'all decide to do is up to you. I'm just telling you, you know, what I found out, what I know, and what I understand. And I didn't get to this age. I didn't work myself to death for years making real money. I made good money at my job. And I didn't give it all up to sit here and work for peanuts. So you all have to make your own decisions on what you want to do and which venues you want to go to or not go to or what you want to do. I'm just telling you that trying to seek monetization. Now, if you want to get the hours just so that you have the hours, maybe you want to go after sponsorships, maybe you want to go after affiliates. Those kind of things are obtainable. But to try to put all your peanuts in one bucket here for YouTube, I think you're barking up the wrong tree. Yeah, exactly, Scott. That's what we got to keep doing is look for somebody that appreciates what we're putting out there. Yeah, and you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the slave labor that goes on in the communist countries. They're working as harder and harder and harder for little to nothing, cracking the whip. Eventually, we got to say no. Not happening. Herman the Great's out there. Good to have you in there. My World in OKC in the house. Yeah, and Shelly brings up a good point. When you do sub or bus or whatever you want to call it to other channels, show some support. Don't do it just for the number, because that's not going to do you any good. I mean, it is to a point when you get your 1,000, but even then, they shut down channels, and when they shut down channels, that channel is removed from your count. And if you're not making friends with these people and understanding what they're about and supporting their channel, leaving comments on their channels, they're eventually going to fall off and forget about you. There's people out there playing games right now too, where they'll sub to you and get you to sub them back, and then they unsub you. Now, they gain your sub. What have you gained out of it? Because you never made friends with these people. It's harder to unsub somebody you're friends with than somebody you just, conned into subbing your channel. Don't let people con you. Noble Vigilance in the house. Good to have you in there. Backwoods Billy Craft Bear Reviews in the house. Good to have you in there, Billy. JD Knight in the house. Good to have you in there. Dustin Stevens is in the house as well. Yeah, Billy, you got a good point there. Good point. I don't know if anybody read that, but it says, it's a brilliant business model. Why do you think all the big companies go to China, etc.? Yeah, because they're getting people to work for little or nothing. YouTube says, oh, we want you to put out professional videos, and you need to buy fancy cameras, and you need to buy fancy lights and this, that, and the other thing in order to put out really quality videos. You need some really good editing software and all this. That costs money. Where's that money supposed to come from if we're beating ourselves up 18 hours a day trying to make the hours that they want us to make on YouTube? And they're not paying us nothing. We're working for nothing. Bupkis, it's zero, zilch, nada. Where's the money come from to buy all this equipment and all these things with? YouTube's not providing it. And even if you get monetized, they won't be providing it. Believe me. Let's see. I can speak to the YouTube side on air right now if you would like. Well, by all means, go right ahead. I have no problem with that. Okay, Jim says, I just looked at DTube. It tells you right on the bottom of the thumbnail how much money the vid made so far. Great marketing. Okay, well, that's something to check out. Yeah, you're exactly right, Scott. He says he doesn't buy the I do it for fun argument anymore. I used to. Now I realize YouTube's making money off of me and no sight of a return for the creators. I'll tell you something else talking about that making money off of you. A lot of people don't know this. I experienced this back when I had my news channel. Well, I still have the news channel. I just haven't done anything with it. But when I was doing the news, there was another creator that put out a video, and I mean, she was livid. She was, oh, she's lit. And she says, our content is being stolen. She says, you all need to check this out because I'll guarantee you that your videos are over on this other channel. And Lord have mercy, I wish I remembered the name of that channel right now. It was W something. Lord, I'll have to look for it. If I look for it, I'll bring it up next week. But I went over there to that channel, and sure enough, they had several of my videos over there. I never given them any permission to take my videos off of YouTube and post them over on this channel. What? Who did they think they were? Well, in doing some investigating, I found out that in the small print on YouTube, they can sell your content to anybody that they want to. And unless when you are putting up your video over on the advanced tab, you have to unclick the little box that says that they are allowed that, well, I forget exactly how it's worded, something about embedding your video. You have to unclick that box because if you leave that box checked, that gives them the ability to take your video and sell it to another party and put it on another site. And when I talked to the company that had my videos up, they said, well, you can bet that we're not the only ones that have your videos. So your content, if you haven't been unchecking that box, and the only way to get my videos down off of that channel was to delete the videos that they had. So the thumbnail is still up on their channel, but if you click on it, then it just brings up a black box that says that this video has been deleted. Bet you didn't know that. So yeah, YouTube's making money off of you, left, right, and sideways, and stealing your super chat. Okay, I stopped my chat here. I got to move it back up a little bit, get it going again. David's Fish Tanks is in the house. Good to have you in there. M Trunk 85 in the house. Good to see you. Yeah, see? Wow, I did not know that. Well, you do now. Make an old redheaded woman mad. She's going to tell it on you. Junkyard 420 in the house. Good to have you in there. Yep, I'll spill the beans. Well, Robert, it's not so much no videos for you. I enjoy doing the videos. I enjoyed doing the videos when I started with YouTube. However, I'm just saying, if you're expecting to make money off of YouTube, you're barking up the wrong tree. But YouTube will be making money off of you one way or the other. And it's in all the fine print. Nobody reads that fine print. You know, you want to make a video. You want to have fun. You want to meet people. You want to educate people. You want, you know, you want to share your life with people, whatever it is you're doing on the internet. You want to do that. So it brings up this, agreement thing, and you click it and you get on YouTube. We all do it. We're all guilty of it. We don't read the fine print to say, you know, how much money and stuff they're going to be making off of us, but it doesn't stop us from getting angry when we find out we're being taken advantage of because of something that we love to do. Just saying. Yeah, go uncheck the embed box. Well, when I took down those videos that site had of mine, I went back through all my videos, and I had, I don't know, it was like 250 or something videos. I went back through every video I had up in the edit, and I unchecked the box to make sure that YouTube could not take my content. When I was doing the news shows, I was putting in 4 to 5 hours a day in research. Then I was doing the show, which was taking me an hour to an hour and a half. Then I was answering all the comments, plus, you know, support of other channels and things that I was doing. And by the time it was all said and done, I had at least an 8-hour day. And every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, I did that for 1 solid year. And then to find out that they are stealing your videos and giving them to somebody else to make money on. And I was getting not 1 dime. It wasn't a monetized channel. So put that shoe on, Cinderella. Well, Robert, if you get monetized, they will be making money off of you, because, I mean, you're only going to be getting a couple cents per ad that is actually viewed. And if you get Super Chat money, they're going to take, like, I've heard it was 37% that they take on Super Chat. So just saying, you know, one way or another, they're going to try to figure out how to make some money off of you. Yeah, and if you appreciate me bringing you this information, give it a thumbs up. Share it. Share it. I don't care. I want the whole world to know. I'd be riding up and down the street with a megaphone if I thought it would do any good. Yeah, the greed's going to bite them. The greed will eventually bite them. Yeah, I went through every video and unchecked the box, Becky. Every video that I still had up, I unchecked that embed box. It's on the advanced tab of your, when you set up your video, uncheck that embed box. Yeah, I'll be checking out that DayTube, see what that's all about. The shoe don't fit, Dana. I found it pretty uncomfortable myself. Yeah, the rumor is, now I don't know, I've not found any statistics on this, but the rumor is that when they changed the rules and people figured out that they'd been bitten very badly on the 20th, that they had a mass exodus of 25, what was it, 25 million channels left YouTube. I mean, that's a drop in the bucket when you consider that there's 1 billion, I'll read this again, 1,300,000,000 channels on YouTube. If they lost 25 million, so what? Looking to see if there's any more questions about this. Yeah, little people can't fill the big corporate shoes of greed. They're, yeah. So, you know, I'm just trying to bring some sanity to all the insanity that has gone on for the past week. Everybody, how can I make it better so that I can get monetized and, you know, make these big sacks of gold? Honey, if you get big sacks of gold from YouTube, you better either tell me your secret or you better check that gold, because I think it might be fool's gold. All around and back again's trying to hit 800 subs. Where you at now, all around? What's your number now? I haven't seen you over on Green Bay Wacky. Do you know about Green Bay Wacky? Maybe I should talk about Wacky here for a minute. If you're looking for subs, there's a couple different ways you can do it. One of the quicker ways to do it is to subscribe to Green Bay Wacky. And type his name down here. I'm not going to go get his URL. There's his name. Look that up on YouTube. Just type it in the search bar up there and it'll bring it up. He's the one that's got the Cheesehead logo. Subscribe to him. He has a live stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sunday nights at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. And it goes on for 2-3 hours. And people get subs there off of his channel or buses or, you know, whatever you want to refer to it as. We call it bussing up and down over there. That's a real good place to get it. And he has a 1,000 club where, you know, he really tries to root people up to get their 1,000 subs for this YouTube count thing. And everybody cheers and puts up emojis and all that when you hit the 1,000. So you're going to want to get over there. Pink Zebra in the house. Honey, where you been? Haven't seen you in a while. I was just thinking about you today. Your ears must have been burning. Yeah, stealing other people stealing videos. Yeah, that's gone on too. Okay, the button when you are setting up your video on YouTube, you go to that. You know, let me just look at it here, and I'll tell you exactly what I'm talking about. I hate to just rattle off things without giving you the proper names. So we'll set this up and I'll read it to you verbatim exactly where it is. You go to your Creator Studio. Now, different people do this differently. So, you know, this may not go for everybody. But this is how I do it. You go to the live streaming tab on your Creator Studio. Under Events, when you go to set up your video and you click that live event button up in the upper right, there's 2 tabs. There's one that says Basic Info, where you put the title and set up the time and all that you're going to put your video up. There's another tab that says Advanced Settings. That's where you can enable or disable your live chat. You can block spam messages. There's a license and rights of ownership there. And then there's a caption certificate thing. Then there's a line that says Distribution Options. There's a checkbox next to a thing that says Allow Embedding. That's the box you want to uncheck, because it's automatically checked on mine every time I bring it up, and I uncheck that sucker every time I do a video. So, hope that helped you. Yeah, don't shut those channels down, Scott. Thanks, Becky. Yeah, it's not right to me or anybody else. And I'd be just as upset, you know, if I had been monetized and found out that it was happening to people like Scott. I mean, it ain't right. We don't put up with that. Eric Thomas, Bland, the window cleaner coach. Good to have you in the house. Dustin Stevens in the house. Lily Trucker's in the house. Little John's Fishing Adventures is in the house. Okay, why the unembedding? You must have got in here after I explained this. If you leave that box checked, that allows YouTube to take your video and sell it to third parties. And they do it because they did it to me on another channel that I had. That's been about 1.5 years ago. So I know it goes on. It's the only one that I caught them doing it. But I was told by that company that they do it with a lot of companies. So, you know, your videos could be anywhere. So be sure you click that tab so that YouTube don't take your videos and sell them. J4 Films in the house. Good to have you in there. kind of checking back up through here to see if I missed anybody. I hope not. If I did, type something in the chat so that I get you hollered out. Oh, I see January 34 or Jan 34. I see Jan. I want to say January. Jan 34. Could be Janet. And in my little scroll up, that's all I seen new in there. I'm hoping that I didn't miss anybody. I didn't miss you, Al. I threw your name out there. I'll do it again. Al with Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop is in the house. He's one of my Twitch brothers. We're trying to support each other over on Twitch. Al, you're going to have to check out my channel now. Go pull up one of my videos, take a look at my OBS later and see what I did to it today. I keep adding stuff to it. I've removed a few things, but I've added some stuff too. As I learn, big learning curve here for the retired, technically challenged woman. We'll be unchecking a lot of boxes after the stream. I mean, you can't be too careful, right? You saw it last night. Well, I changed again today. I got my slideshow up and working finally. That was a challenge. I thought I knew how to do it. I didn't know how to do it. So I had to go back through another tutorial and figure out what I was missing, what I needed to do. Well, it can be, Scott, and then it can be nerve-wracking as well. Because, you know, you go through this and, well, that didn't explain it to me. You know, where's the video for dummies? Because a lot of the stuff you get into and they just assume that you know half of this stuff going in. No, got to start at the beginning and walk me through it slowly. Let's start at kindergarten. Don't start me in junior high school when I'm 5 years old. You're trying to figure out Twitch and IG. I don't know what IG is. Twitch, I'm figuring out. I don't know everything there is to know about it, but I think, you know, I might be about, I'm hoping I'm about 50% of the way through figuring it out. Doing a video about saying how to sit in a leather skirt. It depends on the length of the leather skirt now. You know, longer ones are easier than shorter ones. Do I have? No, I do not have. I lack about, what is it, 750 hours, I think it is now, that I lack yet to hit it. And I do have a list of folks that need watch time. If you want to be on the list, all you got to do is go to any one of my videos, anyone, because I see every comment. Leave a comment that says in it to win it if you need view time, and I'll put you on the list, because there's me and some other channels that are trying to help folks out to get their view time, and you know, we'll help you accomplish it for what it's worth. I'm not sure that it's worth a whole lot, but hey, you know, if we don't reach it, then we'll never know, will we? Well, CF, the thing about Twitch is, I mean, you know, I understand what you mean, but it's run by Amazon, which is a competitor with Google. And they are supposed to be coming out with a new and improved system, which is supposed to rival anything that YouTube has. And I'm hoping just learning what's going on Twitch will educate me enough that it won't be quite as many hoops to try to jump through when the new platform comes out, because I have every intention when Amazon comes out with a new platform of getting on board with that one. So, it's an education process more than anything else right now. I don't really expect to get monetized over on Twitch either, but I'm trying to educate myself on different platforms, and eventually maybe I'll find one that I can make a few bucks off of. How is Twitch? What is the difference between Twitch and YouTube? Night and day. You'll think you've gone to a whole other planet. You get over on Twitch. It's all live streaming over there. You can upload some videos to it, but they want you to live stream. That's their big thing over on Twitch. You are encouraged to live stream. And it's OBS over there. There's no Google Hangout mixed up with this. You have to have OBS in order to do it. You can get by with a lot more over there than you can over here. I mean, there's rules and regulations and all that, but they're not the Gestapo, over here, if you have a copyright infringement over here, immediately they snatch your video, they slap you around, they send somebody to beat you with a rubber hose, demonetize you. I might be stretching a little bit. However, you get the idea. I mean, over here, you're punished. You are punished. Over there, no. You can, short of doing anything really vulgar, you can get by with an awful lot over there. And it's fun. It's fun over there. Green Bay Wacky and I have been having a ball over there with his stream. He's learning how to do a stream over there, and his show on Twitch is going to be entirely different than what he's doing over here on YouTube. Because over here on YouTube, it's encouraging people to support each other and get the subs and the buses and all that, and have fun with folks in the chat room and shout outs and all that. Over there, you don't need that. So he's going to be doing a whole different format. And I'm not going to give it all away on what he's doing. You have to go over, sign up for Twitch. It's free to sign up. Type, and it's 3 words. His name over there is 3 words. It's not all running together. Green Bay Wacky. So you go over there and you look him up there on the search engine and follow him. Hit the notification thing over there so that you get notifications when he goes live. And we've been having a ball. There are several YouTubers that's gone over there. And last night, he was on for, I don't know, an hour and a half or something. And we had a lot of fun. So you have to check it out. You won't know unless you go over and check it out. And it's free to sign up. I mean, what have you lost? And I'm over there too. Look me up. BrendaG's Designs. Yeah, you feel respected on Twitch. Yeah. You don't feel like just a number. Al's got a channel over there as well. You can look him up. Type it in there. Drop the link. Al. It's Kilroy with a bunch of numbers after it. But he does woodworking over there, and he does some gaming over there, and he's been giving some games away. So any of you folks in here to play games and stuff, you might want to get over there and check it out. He makes it pretty simple for you to qualify. Is that why the Hodge twins left YouTube? They were top YouTubers, went to their own website. I don't know. I don't know them, so I can't speak for, what their situation was. But there's been, a lot of people have done a mass exodus this week. Said they had enough. They've had their fill. And YouTube expected that. They had to expect that was going to happen, but they figured, as they were correct, that it would be such a minor drop in the bucket when they're sitting there with 1,300,000,000 channels on YouTube. The ones that would drop off, drop in the bucket, sacrificial. see, Matt said something up here. And now I can't find it. I don't know where it's at, Matt. You'll have to drop it in there again. Scrolling back down here, see what I've missed. Moneymaker 254 in the house. Good to see you in there. I'm doing better than I was last week. I've still got a touch of this cold, but it's nothing like what I had last week. Doing much better, thank you. They left because YouTube stopped monetizing them due to language. They had 1 million plus views per video. Yeah, see, you know, YouTube's not going to take down their channel. They're just going to demonetize you. You know, because then they'll just keep all the money. You got all these viewers, you got all these people that's going to look at your videos, whether you're monetized or not, when you're that big. And so YouTube's just going to take your money. Well, Scott, you'll have to get over there and check it out. It's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it. Now, over there, I do a Monday afternoon show at 3 p.m. where I do crafting. I also do a show every night over there. It's usually in the middle of the night, somewhere between midnight and 3 a.m. And no, I don't sleep. I nap. I catch a nap here, catch a nap there. You know, I don't sleep. I don't have a normal sleep pattern like normal people do, where they go to bed and sleep for 8 hours. I don't do that. So you're liable to see me anywhere at any time of the day or night. Moneymaker's just relaxing. Been a long day. Hey, you know, I can relate. I can relate. Well, Moneymaker says Twitch is changing a lot of things also. Hope they don't become like YouTube. Twitch is definitely better right now. And you're right. The thing is, Amazon runs it. They're supposed to come out with a new platform, is my understanding, and it's supposed to rival anything YouTube can do. So I'm looking forward to that. I want to see what they come up with. And I will definitely be, you know, checking that one out as well. There are some other venues that I have not checked out, and I don't have the names of those handy at the moment. But I'll be checking some other ones out. I don't know that there's anything that is supposed to be as good as the platform that YouTube has. YouTube has a good platform. I'll give them that. But when they're screwing us over, screwing over the creators, that's where I draw the line. When they're stealing money from us and, you know, stealing our videos without our full understanding of exactly what's going on. I mean, everybody should be aware of that embed thing. And I thought that back when I found out about it. I mean, man, that should have been, you know, something etched in stone. Hey, you know, we're going to take your videos. It should have not just been some fine print put in the agreement someplace. It should have been, do you understand? You know, you should have had to have a box that you specifically checked for this, saying, do you understand that we're going to take your videos and sell them to a third party, that we're going to be making money off of you? Do you know that? You do know that, right? No, I didn't say any of that. It was in the fine print in an agreement that's, you know, buku scrolled long, that you ignored because you thought, oh, well, that, you know, what could possibly be wrong with this? And so you just check the box. Yeah, I agree. And you go on, you make your videos, and then you find out that they're making money off selling your stuff. So just saying. All around back again. Did you hear me, you know, about Green Bay? Where are you at? If you typed it in, I didn't see it. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what, I'll just look for myself. Then I will know, won't I? Oops, my screen moved. Let me just go take a look at your channel. Where are you? You're at 798. Holy smoke. Well, now you're at 799. And I'm just going to drop you a little message here in one of your videos. So, because that's what I do. When I sub, then I go to one of your videos and I drop you a message and I say, well, you'll have to read it to find out. There you go. And then I leave your video playing in the background here. And we go on with our fun and games over here in the live chat. I get my screen set back up here. There you go. Somebody else sub to them. Give them their 800. It's all around and back again. Who that is. Brian is in the house. It is me, Brian. Good to have you in there. I know you're up in my house. Have to find that embed thing. I don't want them using my drone footage without consent. Yes. When you do your live stream, you hit that button, you know, for the live, and you go there and set up your channel where you put in the, I don't know, I think you're using OBS. It might be different for you. I don't know. I'm using Google Hangouts. But where you put in the name of your video and set up your time, and you put in your description and all that, you have a basic tab, you have an advanced tab. And on the advanced tab, there is a checkbox down. It's about halfway down on the left-hand side of the screen. And it has that thing about embed in it. And you have to uncheck the box. Oh, Scott, did you get them? Okay, they've hit 800. Congratulations. 200 more to go. Your name's Chad. Good to meet you, Chad. DM's Mix Up in the house. Good to have you in there. The embed box is also there on vids you upload to YouTube, so you have to uncheck those two, okay? Yeah, always, whatever method you're using to put your videos up, always check for that box that says something about embed. Make sure that it is unchecked. You want nothing in that box, all right? I mean, I'm just doing this with Hangouts over here. I haven't tried doing it with OBS or, you know, any of that. So I don't know how that works with all that, but just saying. You don't allow the embedding of your videos. Yes, you can go back and uncheck it after the fact. If you've got videos up, and some of you have a lot of videos up, you have to go through every one. Go to your edit, go to the advanced tab, about halfway down that left-hand column, look for that embed thing, uncheck it on every video. Because if you don't, they'll be taking your videos, if they haven't already, which they probably have. I wish I could remember the name of that site, but it's been, oh, good golly, it's been well over a year. I can't remember what happened yesterday. So it started with a W. I remember that. Yeah, I know. I'm about to hit 18,000, or I'm sorry, 18,000, 1,800 subs, and I still need like 750 hours yet, Jim. So, you know, I understand. I thoroughly understand. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull your channel up here. And that way I'll have it. I want to put you on my list of channels needing some support there. Help where I can. Okay, Shelly, I understand. Good to have you in here. Thanks for helping me figure out that I messed up trying to get the show going. Oh, you haven't made a video in a couple years? Well, Jim, you might want to change that, because I was reading in the rules and regulations the other day on this, that even if you're monetized, they will demonetize you if you haven't been active on your channel for 6 months. And, they got all these little loopholes in it that they can use to demonetize you. I mean, they can demonetize you if they don't like what you say. They can demonetize you if you say something about shoutouts. They can demonetize you if you say something about subs. They can demonetize you if they don't think you're active enough. They can, you breathe the wrong way, they'll demonetize you. So, I'm thinking the monetization thing is just a scam in the first place. But, that's my 2 cents worth. I don't think the monetization is worth the powder and lead it would take to blow it up. Okay, now I explain the embed thing again. Okay. About a year and a half ago, when I was doing my news shows, one day I get a message from a lady whose channel that I had been watching very regularly, and I was subscribed to her channel. She was in a different venue than what I was in, and she was livid on this video. She says, YouTube is stealing my videos, and they're putting them up on this other website. And everybody else's name that I have typed into that search engine on that site that does videos, their videos are on there too. If you do videos and you're watching this, then your videos are probably up there on that channel as well. And you might want to check into this. Well, I went over there to that channel because I thought, well, my videos wouldn't be over there. And sure enough, a bunch of them were. Not all of them, but a bunch of them were. So I got in touch with the company, this website, and I said, why are my videos over here? Who gave you permission to steal my content? And they said, well, it's in the fine print on your YouTube agreement that if you allow embedding on your channel, that they can sell your content to third parties. And I'll guarantee you that we're not the only one that has your content. And I said, well, you're going to take my content down because I don't do all my work for it to be stolen. And I'm not putting up with this. And a whole bunch of other people got on the bandwagon as well because their work was over there. And so they said that they took our content down, but it didn't matter because since it was fed in by YouTube, it was going to show up anyway. So what we had to do was delete our videos that they had. And even then, when somebody would click on that video to watch it, because the thumbnail and everything was still there, they'd click on it, but all they would get would be a black screen saying this video has been removed. But to stop this from happening again, what we had to do is go back through every video that we had up, edit it, go into the advanced tab and uncheck the embed button. It's about halfway down on the left-hand side of your screen on that column. There's a button that says something about embed. Uncheck that box. And we had to do it on every video we still had up. As a matter of fact, I had 2 channels up at that time. And I had my news channel and I had my channel that I do story times. The URL for that's in the description of this video. And they had some of my story time videos up there too. And so I lost some of my story times because I had to take them off in order to keep them from being up over on that other channel. So I didn't find any other channels, and nobody else found any other channels or any other sites that our videos were on besides that one. That doesn't mean they're not out there. But I'm just saying, if you uncheck that box, that keeps YouTube from taking your material and selling it to third parties. If you sub to too many inactive channels, YouTube can remove those subs and punish you. I checked out every channel before I bust them need to be creating. Well, if you're checking out the channels when you bust to them, then you should know whether or not they're active. I have to take the time, and you will too, to go back through all the subscribers to your channel and check on their channels. I go through periodically, and I haven't done it for a while because I've been so busy trying to figure all this other mess out that I haven't had a chance to do this. But you go back through, because you're going to find channels that where they have deleted their channel, or YouTube has deleted their channel, and you're still subscribed to that channel. You're going to need to unsubscribe from an inactive channel. If you got your sub to channels that aren't putting out any videos and haven't done them for months, you probably need to unsub. And I hate to tell anybody to unsub from anything, but why waste your subscription to a channel that's not putting out any content when you could get a channel that is going to support you? Because YouTube only allows you to have just so many subscriptions to channels. Okay? A link for how to unembed a video. Everyone should be able to follow if you like. Okay, cool. As a matter of fact, Scott, let me give you a wrench. Okay, you're wrenched. You can drop the link. They do remove the channels that the numbers fluctuate. Yeah. Just removed embedding on 65 videos in under 20 seconds. There is a bulk option in the Creator Studio. You can do them all at once. Oh, cool. I did not know that. See, technically challenged, but I did not know that. Okay, that's good to know, Fireman CB. It's in the Creator Studio. Can you give me another hint as to where it would be found? Because Creator Studio has a whole bunch of tabs. Ragoli Rasoi is in the house. Good to have you in there. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Okay, Scott put the URL in there. It's Old Not Dead. Drop the URL. So anybody that wants to check that out, go ahead and grab that URL. JD Knight's back. Good to have you back in the house. Yeah, we're waiting on him to tell me. Fireman CV is supposed to tell me what tab that is that we go to for that bulk button. That'd save an awful lot of time for people that's got a whole lot of videos up that they need to go through. But, you know, I don't need to do it anymore because I do it on every one now. I took care of that. Creator Studio, click on videos. Look for the action tab, then select all videos. All right. Creator Studio, click on videos. Look for the action button tab. Click select all videos. Scott has another way to unembed them. Click on actions, then drop down. Click on more actions. Yeah, see, they're going to hide it. They're not going to put it right up there where you can find it. Okay, Billy says, when I subscribe to a new channel, I always write a comment on their latest video. Says, I have subscribed to your channel. Check out my YouTube channel. Well, that's good that you're leaving a comment, but you might want to change subscribe to join, because putting anything that says sub or subscribe generally lands you in the spam folder. Just saying. There you go. He's leaving one that says, saw you on Brenda G's Designs. There you go. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, if they just put it right up there, make it easy for you to find it. No, no, they're not going to do that. They're going to hide that sucker. It wouldn't let me open it. What, the URL that Scott dropped? I didn't click on it, so let me click on it and see if it'll open for me. Yep, it opened right up for me. Oddly, though, it opened right up in chat. It didn't open in a separate screen. It's the first time I've had that happen. That's weird. Holy smoke. Matter of fact, that really made a mess. Okay, now we're going to have to redo that part. Okay. I don't know whose bright idea it was to set things up like that. It's another YouTube thing. All right. Yeah, he dropped the link again for you. Safari said it couldn't open it. It's a YouTube video. I'll tell you what, Becky, after the show, I'll try to get the URL for that copied for you and just drop it to you over on Facebook. Make a note of it. Get Becky the URL for embed vid. Okay. Now I've got that pulled up here too, so that I can send it to you over on Facebook. As a matter of fact, let me just do that right now real quick while y'all are doing your bussing up and down. I'll drop her that link on Facebook so she has it. Okay, there you go, Becky. Dropped it. Dropped it like it's hot. So I hope that helped you out. Well, thank you very much for the compliment on the hair. You never know what my hair is going to look like from one week to the next. Some weeks it looks like I beat it with an egg beater. Okay, Lily said that embedding thing worked. She got all of her videos straightened up now. Cool. Say what you learn coming to my live streams. You never know what you're going to learn. Sometimes it's meanness and sometimes it, help you. All right, DMs Mix Up. Good to have you in the house. Glad you was able to drop by. Is this Debbie's sister? Do I need to get Debbie? Let's see. I was on Simply Wooden Creation. I'm on their panel on Saturday nights, and Russ runs that show, and Russ had a really bad day a couple weeks ago when I was on his show, and he kept wanting to call me Debbie. And I finally said, Russ, honey, I know you're talking to me, but baby, my name is not Debbie. It's Brenda. That hence the name BrendaG's Designs on YouTube, and BrendaG's Designs on Twitter, and BrendaG's Designs on Twitch, and BrendaG's Designs on Instagram, and BrendaG's Designs on Patreon, and BrendaG's Designs on the Etsy store. And it's BrendaG's Designs everywhere, hence the name Brenda. I don't know where you're getting Debbie. So he's been, razzed and razzed about Debbie. So I got Debbie. This is Debbie. Debbie's my alter ego. So you just never know what I'm able to do next. Debbie needs some makeup and some sun. She's a little light complected, I'll tell you what. Jim says he could only do one at a time. You can't use that bulk thing on yours, Jim? Well, here's the thing. We've thrown this out there about the bulk thing, and if it don't work for you, then you'll have to go through them one at a time. That's all I can tell you. I had to go through mine one at a time because I didn't know about the bulk thing, but they probably didn't have the bulk thing back then when I learned about it. Everybody's squalling when that particular mess transpired. Probably made them put something in there to make it easier for people to take that off. But just saying. I only have 8 videos. Well, that won't take you very long to click through 8. I had like 200. It took me quite a while. You got it now? Cool. Lily says, still not easy. Yeah. Yeah, they're not going to make it easy for you. Just like they're not making it easy for anybody to reach the goals for monetization. Anyway, think about this. You're getting maybe a couple cents per ad that plays on your channel. If somebody watches 30 seconds of it. So how much money would you actually be making? Think about how many views you get on a video a day. Let's just use a round number. Many of you are not getting this, but let's just use a round number and say 100. If you had 100 views on a video a day at 2 cents a video or 2 cents an ad, let's say you had 3 ads on a video. So that's 6. 6 ads would be 12 cents. You got 2 cents per ad if they watch them. 12 cents times 100 is $12. It's $12 a day. Like I said, I can go up here to the factory and get a factory job making $14 an hour right now. No questions asked. They're begging people to work up here. $14 an hour. And you're not even going to make 1 hour's pay on YouTube if that's on the if chance that people actually watch the ads. And most people click off of them because you do. You can't tell me that you're sitting there and you have time when you're going through and trying to make comments, play the time that you're going to be playing those ads. You're going to be clicking off those ads and say, let's go. Let's move on here. So you're not watching the ads. But on a good day, everything being equal, people are playing your ads. Everything's rosy. Sun's in the sky. Flowers are blooming. The birds are chirping. You're going to make $12 a day. You can't go to the restaurant and get you a meal for $12 a day. And you're knocking yourself out, making videos, editing videos, spending all your time commenting on other people's videos, playing their videos, taking a bunch of flack from people, because you can't tell me y'all are sitting there and you ain't getting flack from people for something you said, something you did, something you didn't do. You got people that are mad at you over whatever, because they got nothing better in their life to do than aggravate you for a day. And you're putting up with all that for monetization to make $12 a day. Hello? Just saying. Yeah, you're right, CF. Less and less and less and less, and taking more and more and more and more, stealing our super chat money. Yeah. Okay, Fireman CB says he gets roughly 1,500 to 2,000 views a day with only 60 videos. Great. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I'm probably getting, I don't know, I'd have to look at my analytics, but I'm probably getting 100 to 150 views a day. And I have, what do I have up? Find it here. I have 170 videos up. So it's not exactly run home, tell daddy to sell the farm, is it? $350 in 1 year's time with 65 videos. Well, that's about not quite $1 a day. Yeah. You're right, Jim. I'm not living vicariously through 25-year-olds' eyes, that's for sure. Yeah, is your trucking subsidizing your YouTube income, Lily? Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. His labor of love. It have to be. You ain't making no money at it. Okay. Scott says bulk on your dashboard, video manager, click actions, click more actions, click embedding, click disable embedding. Then you have to do each page of your videos. So, if you got 20 pages videos up, you got to do it 20 times. Yeah. Isn't that the truth? I had some kid get all over me the other day about art. I'm thinking, okay, you're what, 18 maybe? Wet behind the ears? How much art experience do you have? And, I've been at this for, well, all my life, but seriously for about 30 years, and you want to get into this, and, the answer to that was ban. I don't have time for their drama. It's easy on the internet to get rid of them. It's more difficult in real life. Yeah, I agree, Fireman. They cut their throat by taking away the super chat. I mean, how stupid was that? Because not only did it show that they're thieves, and not only did it screw the people that donated and screw the people that the money was donated to, it kept them from getting any more revenue from super chat from those venues for the 37% or whatever it is that they take out of it. So they stopped the revenue from coming in to keep the revenue that was there. Doesn't seem like a very intelligent thing to do to me, but that's why they don't put me in charge of anything. Yeah, Debbie looks like some people feel after hearing the YouTube news. It drained her complexion, didn't it? Poor Debbie. But I tell you, Debbie's mean. You don't want to cross Debbie. 57 videos at 18,735 minutes of watch time. And you're striving for 240,000 minutes of view time. Yeah. Exactly. I understand. How do you see your views for one day? Well, you go to your analytics page, and then there'll be a tab on there. You have to kind of look for it, where you can see it for a day, or you can see it for 28 days or a week, or whatever. It's a little drop down menu, and you click on that and it'll give you all your information for that particular period. Elliot plays in the house. Good to see you, Elliot. How am I? Well, I'm doing better than I was last week, at least health-wise. Last week I had a horrible head cold. This week it's not so bad, a little bit of a head cold. Oh, there's no option for one day? Okay. You can look at it by the video, though. There's a, you go to videos, I think it is. I don't know. You have to play with it, because you can click on different things and see different things about it. YouTube is the new starving artist platform. Oh, you got that right. And they're going to starve us to death if they get the chance. Some YouTubers just get trolls, take it personally, so they shut their channel down. That's letting the trolls win. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You can't let them win. You hit the ban button. I mean, what's the worst thing they can do to you if you ban them? They can make another channel and come back in and you have to ban them again. I mean, eventually they're going to get tired of that. Or they can thumbs down your video. Big deal. You still got the view. They had to come in and view your video in order to leave a thumbs down on it. So you got some watch time, even if it was just seconds. So big deal. I mean, I'm amazed at the thumbs down thing. I really am. It makes me laugh, because I'm like, what's the point? Because you don't get demerits or anything for thumbs down. You get the view. And these idiots that think that they're going to leave you thumbs down and it's going to shock you, it's going to upset you. I get thumbs down, I do a happy dance. I'm like, what a fool. That they have such a pitiful life and such a pitiful existence that they feel that they have to leave a thumbs down on video because they gave me view time. Thank you. Glad you came. And if I'm upsetting you, you're leaving somebody else alone. My shoulders are broad. Come on. So that's my feeling on thumbs down. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I find it laughable. Let's see, what else am I missing down through here? Oh, that's a shame, Fireman. I hate to hear that. Good channel going to shut down because of trolls. Don't let it bother you. I mean, when people are acting up like that, it's telling them far more about them than it is about you. Al says that he's going to set up a server and he's going to host YouTube type videos. Who's in? Count me in. I mean, I'll try anything for a while. I'm retired. There's other people might not have time for that, but I have time for it. Shoot. What you got to do is get an audience built, get people to sign up for it and get an audience. I did not know that, Jim. That's funny. I mean, and that guy's talented too. Wow. Oh, I mean, I just feel like, okay, they just don't have enough to do. And I would love to know the percentages. And we'll never know because they don't have any stats set up for this. But I would love to know the percentages on people that leave the thumbs down. How many of them are actually doing videos and how many of them aren't? Because my feeling on it is that those that can are doing videos and those that can't are leaving thumbs down. What's the weather like? Well, I'm sure it's not as wet here as it is where you are, Mike. Holy smoke. Are you still above water? You treading it yet? He's in the middle of a flood over there in Illinois. Oh. Well, Al, I don't think I'd go along with that, okay? When I read that part of it, no, if you're going to do the same doggone thing, I mean, I can understand why somebody might want to, but we've already got that. Give us something different. And I'm not saying worse, okay? Yeah, you're right, Fireman CV. You're exactly right. It will. Okay, Lily. Thank you. I'm glad you stopped by. Listen to me talking loud like she's going to hear me from wherever she is if I talk louder. I was dropped on my head when I was a baby. Okay, that explains a lot right there. Well, that's neat, Jim. Is that the YouTube headquarters? Yeah, I agree, Lucia. They should just get rid of the thumbs down option because it doesn't serve a purpose, except for those who want to get aggravated by it. Okay, Mike's got his canoe up on dry land. Yep. What little there is left of it, yeah. Oh man, oh man. Yeah, I've got friends that live down in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, which is right down on the river, and they're flooded. They was putting video or putting pictures up on Facebook today of the mess they're in down there on the Ohio. So yeah. Let's say something. They always say something on your live streams because you talk too loud. Walker's on his phone. I'm surprised you still have internet down there. Was as high as the water was when you sent me those pictures this morning. For goodness sakes, try to stay dry. You might want to get out and put some jacks underneath that house and raise it up a little higher. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll tell you what, we've hashed this about to death, ain't we? I don't even know what time it is now. Let's see what time we got here. Oh my goodness, I've been on here for 2 hours. Surely to goodness, y'all got everybody bust up and down by this time. And you gained a little information, a little insight. So y'all think that over, and if you decide to do some videos about this or anything, drop me a link. Let me know what you're doing. I'm pretty easy to find. So I believe I'm going to shut it down. Check out my Etsy store. Check out my Twitch show. Check out my Patreon. Check out my Twitch, my Instagram, my Twitter, my other channel. It's all in the description of the video. You can check all that stuff out. And, you know, leave comments on my videos. Give me some watch time if you get a chance. Because I need some watch time. If you need watch time, leave me a comment that says I'm in it to win it. And I'll know what that is and I'll grab your channel and put it on the list and get you in there and let you know when I'm playing them. And so I guess that pretty much sums it up. So there's only one thing left to say. Brenda's crafty. Be like Brenda.